Welcome to Cyber Bytes, your weekly dose in the latest in the cybersecurity news. I'm your host, Edwin Kwan, and today's stories include government spoofing in Singapore, a massive real estate data breach hitting major US banks, and the rise of smarter AI bots making trouble across the web. Let's get started. For our first story, it's about Singapore, which is hitting back hard against spammers pretending to be government agencies. The Singapore police have officially ordered Apple and Google to prevent spoofing of government senders on their messaging platforms like iMessage and Google Messages. This comes under Singapore's Online Criminal Harms Act, a pretty tough law that's aimed at stopping scams and online harm. Authorities noticed that some fraudsters were sending messages claiming to be from government bodies, like the local post service SingPost or even gov.sg. The twist is, those messages look legit because they popped up right next to real SMS messages from government channels. Now, while Singapore's government has already secured the gov.sg name for official SMS use, it didn't extend to iMessage and Google Messages until now. So what's changing? Apple and Google have to block names and accounts pretending to be official agencies or filter those messages entirely. Both companies have agreed to comply, and Singapore's Ministry of Home Affairs is urging citizens to update their apps to get the protection. It's a strong move, and a model other countries might follow. After all, if your citizens can't trust messages that appear official, you're fighting an uphill battle against digital fraud. For our second story, we're covering the massive cyber attack that has targeted Citus AMC, a US technology vendor that handles real estate loan servicing for hundreds of banks and lenders. If the name doesn't ring a bell, that's exactly the problem. Vendors like them sit deep in the financial plumbing, powering loan origination systems and payment processing for institutions like JP Morgan, Citi, and Morgan Stanley. When a company like this gets hacked, the ripple effects reach millions of customers who have no idea their personal data ever passed through it. The breach, which was confirmed earlier this month, reportedly exposed highly sensitive data from residential loan files. That includes social security numbers and other financial details. The FBI is investigating, and while most bank services are still running normally, experts are warning that this is a reminder of just how vulnerable supply chain vendors can be. Think of it this way. Even if your bank is secure, your information can still be compromised when a third-party vendor gets hit. That's what makes supply chain cybersecurity one of the hardest challenges to solve right now. Now, on to our next story. That sounds like consumer tech, but quickly turns criminal. Security researchers are warning that some Android TV streaming boxes are quietly roping consumers into cybercrime. The devices, often branded as Superbox, promise free TV with thousands of channels for a one-time fee. And I guess that's pretty tempting. But there is a dark side to it. These boxes require users to install some pretty dodgy apps that is outside the official Google Play Store. And those apps come with hidden costs, not in dollars, but in your bandwidth and your network. According to a recent analysis from Krebs on Security, once connected, these devices start communicating with servers linked to Tencent's QQ messaging service and a proxy network called Grass.io. From there, your internet connection gets hijacked and turned into a relay for online traffic. A common trick that's used in advertising fraud or account takeovers. In other words, you might think you're streaming free TV, but what you're actually doing is offering up your home network to criminals. The moral here is, if a device offers something that seems way too good to be true, such as thousands of free premium channels for just $100, it probably is. Stick to legitimate streaming options and don't sideload mystery apps from unknown sources. Now, let's talk about something new. It's about agentic bots. These aren't your run-of-the-mill automation scripts. Agentic bots are AI-powered programs that act with autonomy, making decisions on their own, adapting to changing situations, even mimicking human behavior. According to Akamai's researchers, these bots have become so sophisticated that they can browse websites, chat with customer service reps, and complete purchases, all while slipping under traditional bot detection radar. Imagine a bot that learns from its environments, like a self-driving car, but for online fraud. And that's essentially what we're starting to see here. Businesses are already struggling to keep up. Simple security methods like captcha or rate limits don't stand a chance. Akamai says companies need smart, layered defenses using machine learning, behavior analysis, and real-time threat detection. It's a game of intelligence versus intelligence. And as more cyber criminals deploy these automated digital agents, robust bot management is quickly becoming one of the most important areas in online defenses. As the holiday shopping seasons heat up, the FBI has issued a new warning. Account takeover fraud is skyrocketing. Since January, over 5,000 complaints have been reported, adding up to losses of more than $260 million. But what's worrying authorities most is how clever these scams have become. Here's how it usually plays out. Scammers will send a text or a call pretending to be from your bank. They'll be warning you about suspicious activity, and in a panic, the victims reveal login details or verification codes. Once the hackers are in, they reset the password and they lock out the real owners. The FBI says cybercriminals are now using AI to supercharge these schemes, crafting realistic websites and fake customer portals that mirror legitimate brands. They've even registered hundreds of malicious domains to trick shoppers with fake deals on gadgets, toys, and gift cards. So before you click that irresistible holiday deal, double check the website address and use multi-factor authentication on any account that handles your money. The goal is to stop these thieves before they stop you from accessing your own funds. And that's all for this week's Cyber Bites. From Singapore's fights against digital impersonation to a real estate data meltdown to smarter bots and sneakier fraudster. This week shows just how broad the cybersecurity battlefield has become. Stay safe, stay aware, and until next time, this is Cyber Bites signing off.